How to keep customers engaged. So let's talk about that, because the more you keep your customers engaged, the more money you're going to make, because your customers will continue to do recurring sales as long as you give the right offers. So 3 things I want to talk about. How do you personalize your customer service? How do you create continual engagement in asking them questions? And I'll give you some techniques for that. And number 3, how do you foster that sense of community? Or quite frankly, do what I did in 2001, open a community. We're the longest standing community in the history of business finance masterminds. Tony Robbins has been around longer than I have. There's other people that have been around longer than I have, but I have done the same big table since 2001. Our sustainability, the thousands of millionaires in 6 continents, is unprecedented. So let's start with the first one, personalizing their customer experience and customer service. So again, the minute someone buys from us, there's a hot handoff, an immediate text that comes to me, comes to our program manager to the level that they do it. I mean, if they're not at a certain level, they're not going to get me on the thread, but they're immediately going to get someone in our organization to pick up that phone anytime they bought anything for $1,000 or more and say, welcome. Actually $399 and more. And there's actually a human, not an automation, that talks to them, takes information about them. Now, let's be honest. Also, what do? We're correcting the information. We're clearing up their address if they didn't give us an address. What's their best email to continue the engagement? Because if this was just call it a marketing email that people use to say, I'm just going to put my information in, but that's not my real email. I want the real email. So like high touch, so they feel heard, they feel like they're going to get information, and then immediately start the fulfillment. I can't tell you how many people have lost, I'm going to say millions of dollars, because they delay their fulfillment. Do something immediately. The minute they buy, they have access to, say, our Millionaire Launch Kit or a Millionaire Maker book or some ebook. And again, through the onboarding and through the conversation, we know what they want, and we immediately sequence them to give them what they need in that minute. And I can tell you that also does a second thing. By not only keeping the customer engaged, it allows you, because they became a lead, they got a customer, they bought something, you followed up and you said, how was item number 1? Guess what? They're going to buy item number 2 like that if they liked item number 1. So there's this old myth, I think, that you can wait a long time before you give them a second offer. You can give them a second offer the day they do the first offer, as long as it's on that smaller ticket side. I've had literally people buy 20, 30, 40,000 and then want additional coaching or some time with me and add another 5 or 10,000 on, or add an NFT on for another $1,000. So if you want any of our NFTs, go to millionairealliance.com and grab one of them. The reason I want you deep in our experience, and I give you these different links, is I want you like watching what we do to you, because I need you to turn around and do it to your clients. A lot of you're not engaging enough with your clients. You're being always just a learner, not a producer or generator of content or of engagement to your customers. So I'm constantly engaging and constantly creating with them. And our customer service is impeccable. Are we perfect? No. We might screw some stuff up, but immediately we reset. And so if you're tangled in that, just hit a reset. Say, you know what, that happened. Let's go on. Stay in the relationship. Being embarrassed and saying, oh, I can't believe that happened. Transparency and honesty always wins. Just say, you know what, that was supposed to happen. That didn't happen. Let's make that right and do it again, or do whatever you're going to do. Number 2, what do you need to do? Provide huge engagement. So in our Big Table community, for example, we have Facebook groups. Those who are on LinkedIn as best we can, we connect with them. We're always engaging them. We're giving them, invitations to different bonus incentive groups and different calls that I might do. I make sure that they're always invited. So again, that's part of customer service, but it's also part of engagement. Survey them, ask for feedback. What else could you do better? A whole nother tool that I use is a gift and card process, which I send postcards out. So we send them out more and more. We actually have to get to it in February 2023. So we'll send postcards to our current clients. We'll keep them engaged. Postcards, by the way, are one of the number 1 tools in 2023, because emails, although effective, are overused. Same with text messaging, all of the things that you do now to engage. Add a postcard. So if you go to askloral.com/cards, you can join my team. And for $97 a month, you can send unlimited amount of postcards to your customers. So you could say, hey, I just saw you finished this part of the course, or you won that, or you got this much money. You became a millionaire in our situation. You passed your first 100,000. So acknowledge people and keep them engaged, keeps them happier. I would say the old-fashioned stuff, Send them a birthday card. It still works. Don't tell me you do not get excited when your dentist or your whoever restaurant sends you a little coupon and says, hey, go enjoy something on me. Boot Barn just started that. I just saw them do that because they're doing it to me. I buy a lot of stuff from them. They send some interesting, hey, here's $20 because you're this level of client. Come and enjoy, buy yourself a Christmas gift or buy for your friends. So just show them that you are grateful for them. Loyalty, rewards, appreciation, things like that, acknowledge them. One of the things that as we move into a new academy and membership platform, and not only acknowledging people, but having an area for success stories where people can post, hey, I just did this, I just closed a property, I just bought some crypto, I just did this. So they can share their successes with other students. Does two things. One, has them feel like they're acknowledged in your system, and it's a great testimonial for those looking at you to become a customer of yours. So huge levels of engagement. Now, if you're enjoying this, we have tons and tons and tons of content here on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe, click the notification button, share it with your friends. I need you out here engaged, and literally have your kids be part of this too. 5 days a week, 10 to 15 minutes. Put it in your routine, whether you listen to it and actually listen to it. A lot of you subscribing, you're not listening. So I'm busting those of you that are out there that have been following me but not listening. And we have a new journal. It's a Millionaire Maker YouTube journal. So you can download it. What'd you learn? What are you going to do every day? Can you imagine a year from now how much you're going to have learned if you're here literally every day and listen all the time and then take action on everything we're talking about? If you have any question, go to askloral.com. Ask any question that you want, and we will talk money and business all day long. Love it. So the third thing on how to keep customers engaged is foster that sense of community. So in 2001, the reason I started the Big Table is that all these individual clients, 42 to be specific, in 2000, I said, this is crazy. I want you guys to connect and you're not connecting. And they said, well, they don't call back. And I said, well, I'm going to create a structure. You're going to all go in one room. If you don't come, I'm not going to personally coach you anymore. I'm going to give you to another coach. And I'm only going to take the Big Table members because there is a sense of community in that. We're all working to be a millionaire. Or in my table 8, which is in 2003, all of them came as millionaires. That was fun. So how do we create another experience? We started going on field trips. That's what initiated field trips. And 4 times a year, we went on real estate field trips with that group of people because they were already millionaires and that's what they wanted. And we were in the, I'd say, recovery and heading right into another downfall. So it's an interesting time that was for us to really create that community. So the other thing we do to foster communities, when people join, I stack all these up together. We do high customer touch. I want to know who they are. And then I help them find the tribe within our community. So for example, if someone comes in and they're a doctor, I'll connect them to other doctors and nurses in our community. If they come in as truck drivers, we've had truck driver millionaires. I'll connect them to other people in that space. I'll connect them because I know my community. I know my people. I know those customers because we do high touch, high customer service. We keep engaging and I talk to them. And for those of you, just a little $1 trillion tip off to the side because I haven't given one of those in a few days. Know people's names and you say, oh, I'm horrible with names. Stop. Don't even say that. Learn. Create some techniques. There's memory techniques. There's all sorts of structures you can create to let your customers be heard. I can tell you, having had customers since 1996 in this space, they love it when I remember their name and their face. And what's even more enticing for them is to remember what they do. Whatever they did, they were a single mom, got married, now they have a blended family. Like, remember people. There are all sorts of ways you can fix that. So create structures, also use a database to take notes so you actually can remember people. I know some companies take pictures of people and put them in the database so they can do that recognition. Whatever you need to do, have your customers feel heard, feel seen, and acknowledged, and you will win all day long. Talk to you tomorrow.